Hello guys, welcome to Swat&Vee channel. So today I'll be showing you guys how to fill from I-944. That's Declaration of Self-Sufficiency. Sufficiency. Yeah, self-sufficiency. So with this form is only filled by your fiancé that got granted to the United States. So with this one, you add it to your form 485 and the form I-864. Yeah, you add it in addition to, so you need three forms to fill out for your to get your enable to get your green card. So without wasting my time, I'm going to show you guys how to go about it step by step. So let's go to Google. You go to USCIS. As you always know, you just type in USCIS. You go to their home and you click on the forms and you click on the all forms. Yeah, they change their their settings on the website. First, it's easier to find it now. You have to go search all kinds of things, but hey, it's nice though, you know. So be looking for form I-944 because you will need it. If you don't add it, they'll send you back your forms and tell you need to fill that. Yeah. So you look for so there you go. I-944 Declaration of Self-Sufficiency. So it's only done. You can it's not done online. You need to add it to your form I-4. So as you can see, you always check the expiration date. Okay, everything is okay. Always check it. So you see, so you just download the form. If you like, you can download the form, or you can just fill it straight on your distance and save it onto your phone. So you can even you fill it up, you can just hit on print if you have the printer. So you can just download it onto your phone, then hey, everything will be okay. So I'll just zoom it. Yeah, so there you go. It's 18 pages. It's 18 pages. So this, see the expiration date is right here, which is okay. Sometimes they change it, but if always remember, if you file for something and the date is not what they are using, they'll tell you you need to re-file what you are doing again with the updated version. They always tell you that. They will not deny you. They always tell you that to update your distance. So always remember, this form is only for your fiancé that's got granted to the United States. Is only talking about her, and some part talking about the petitioner also. But this form is totally based on your fiancé. So it says your legal first name. So the legal first name of your fiancé, whether it's a male, whether it's a female. So the so in the first name, if he or she has a middle name, you just put it there. Not, and if the U.S. mailing address, so in care of, you put the petitioner's name over here. You put the petitioner's name over here. So the street number and address. So you just put it. So if you have an apartment number or suite or floor, Just put if you live, like for example, you live in a house, you don't deal with apartments, suites, and all that stuff. You just leave it alone. You put in the states and the zip code. Then his or her alien number. Then the USCS online account. If she has one, you put it there. If he or she has one, you put it there. If he or she doesn't have one, just leave it alone. Date of birth. So her date of his or her date of birth. So the month, the day, and the year. The city or town of birth. So where your fiancé was born, the city, town of birth, you just put in the country, country of citizenship or naturalization. So you go to your family status. So with the family status, they just want to know how many people live over there. So how many people they live. So with this, so it says below, list yourself and all individuals who are part of your household. So the number of people in your household, you just put everybody in there. So the petitioner, the beneficiary, yourself, if you guys have any children, if the mom, auntie, brother, whatever, you just put everybody in there. So if it's just the two of you, you just put the two of that. How many people that's in the house? Exception of roommates. If exception of roommates, but if like the guy or the woman lives with their parents and you also came in, you put everybody's name in there. So if you have 5 people living in one room related, you just put everybody's name in the household. So with this one, you just put yourself in there, then your date of birth, then the relationship to you, then the relationship, you just click self, then you put in your alien number. Does this individual live with you? And click yes. Is this individual filing an application for an immigration benefit with you, or has his individual already filed an application? Click yes. So B. So this one you put in your fiancé. That's the petitioner. You put in the petitioner's name over here too. So the petitioner's date of birth. So the relationship to you is your spouse, is your children. So it's your spouse. You click on it, and you put your spouse alien number over here too. Does this individual live with you? Yes. Is this individual filing an application for an immigration benefit? No. So with this one, is the petitioner also filing with you? No. The petitioner is not filing with you because the petitioner is a social, is a citizenship. He's a citizen. He has a citizen, so he's not filing with you. So if you have any kids, if in case like you came in with a kid, you just put in the kid's name. If the petitioner also has a kid, you put in the kid name, the parents, if they live with the parents, you just anybody that's in your household, you put everybody in there. So it says total number of members including yourself, so that's 2. So it's you and your fiance. As you can see over here, is just the petitioner and the beneficiary. So you see, it's just 2. But if you have a lot of household, you just put everything in there and you calculate how many number of people is 4. You put 4 is 5, 5. You put everything in there. So it says household income. So with this household income, you just have to know the money that comes in. So household income, so you just put your name. So it says self. So the self, that's you, the fiancé. So did you or your household members whose income is being included file a tax return? So it's a no, because you, the fiancé, have not filed a tax return before. So it's just a no. So if you and your household members did not file, select the reason for not filing. So here you click order. So when you click order, when you print it out, you just state why you didn't file tax. So you simply put, you just you are you're a K1 holder, a visa holder, and you just got into the states. They will understand. Now down here, you just put in the reason why okay, so you just put in like K1, just put in K1 visa holder, just came into the States. Full stop. Just came into the States, no like authorization. Not authorization yet. Then full stop. Then leave it alone. So B, to talk about your petitioner. So you put your petitioner's name here. If you have a middle name, you just put in there. Did you or your household member whose income is being included file a federal tax return? So it's a yes. So here you just select one. So it said plan to file. So if your fiancé file a tax return for that year, the last year, just put in the last year. So if you came in, like let's say you came in 2000, so you came in 2001, so 2000, the file tax from 2000, and you put in the wages that he or she had. So you put in the wages. So it's the tax year. You put in the tax year, and you put in the income, the annual income that you had when you filed the tax. So let's say you had like 30,000. You put in the 30,000. But if your spouse didn't file tax, they need to explain why they didn't, or if they have not yet filed it, or any reason that you guys have, like the reason why he didn't file the tax. So you just put it there. Or if it say plan to file the tax return before the due date, so in case maybe you came before the due date, that's in April, and you can just put it there. Okay, I'm now planning to file the tax, blah blah blah. If the tax season is over, and you just give your explanation. But if you file your tax, you just put in the information without bothering you, worrying yourself about all these things. So it says your household members' assets and resources. So in this category, you don't really need to worry much. So this part is also still talking about. So you see, as you can see over here, the number of household that's in here. Yeah, everything needs to appear also in the income part. You see, also everything has to appear over here. So if you have five people in the same household, you just put everything in there. But it's just because it's just the two of you, you just leave it alone. Don't worry yourself. It's just the two of you, so you don't worry yourself about this part C. Part C. So you go to number two. It says, does any of the income from your household members federal tax returns come from an illegal activity? So you just so does it come in like illegal activity? If you answered yes, you just put it over here. So you just click no over there. It doesn't come from any illegal activity. So if it says yes, you just put in the income. So does any of the income from from your or your household members federal tax come from public benefits? So you just click no. Okay, I think you select one. Yeah, that's it. One. Yeah. So if you click on yes, you just put in the amount over here. So, but since you clicked on no, you just leave it alone. You don't worry yourself about it. So it says number 6. It said if you or your household members received additional income. So if you receive additional income, you just put in the name, the type of additional income, and all that good stuff. You just put it. But if you don't receive additional income, just leave it alone and you go your way. So it's still the same thing over here. The additional income, if you have a lot, just put in them there. But if you don't have anything, you just scroll down. Don't worry yourself about it. So in part 3 is continuation of part 3. So this is the part that is you need to put in something. So here is your household assets and resources. So as you can see, the type of assets that they need. So just click on it. So here you see checking bank accounts, savings bank accounts, annuity, stock bonds, certificates, retirement, and all that good stuff. So here is between you and the fiancé and the petitioner. So if your fiancé doesn't have any bank accounts, any assets, you the petitioner needs to fill this part out. So just put in like just put in your petitioner's name. So you just put in the type of assets. If you have a checking, you just put it in there, and the amount that is in your checking account. So let's say you have like 10,000 in your checking account, just put it over here. If you have a savings account too, just put it over there. But if you have a joint account, you just put in the your name. Just put in your names over here, Kofi and Ko Nancy. Put it over checking account, and you just put it over there. So, but if your fiancé doesn't have any bank account, you just leave it alone, and you the petitioner, you just put in savings. So savings, let's say you have a 5,000 in your savings account, just put it there. So you just look through to see if you have anything that you put it in there. So order, you can just put in. So if you don't have any of these retirements or educational accounts, if you have all these stuff, just put everything in there. So order, you can just put in your the car, your car notes, the car that you have the amount that's in there. So if you have a car that you are paying on a regular basis, you just put in the balance that you have. So if you have a car and the balance is like, let's say 7,000, you put in the 7,000. So you put in the 7,000. So it says current cash value. So the cash value, you just add your checking and the savings. That's your cash value. You just put it there, so it will be 15,000. That's the cash value. You don't add the order, because that's not a cash value. Yeah, that's not a cash value. So when you print it out, then you add everything. That's the 10,000 and the 5,000. So the 15,000 plus the 7,000. So when you add it and you just put it over here, but always remember the checking and savings account, the cash value that you can withdraw, you can get it instantly. That's the cash value. But something that you can't get it, the liabilities. So this yeah. So this, like, if you have a car and you are paying car note, that's a liability. You can get the cash out of it. But the checking and the savings, that's an asset. You can get your money out of it. So you come to the liabilities, debt or debt. So you just you see, as I was saying earlier, so if you pay mortgage, if you have a house and you are paying mortgage, you just put in the amount. If you don't have a mortgage, you just leave it alone. So car loan, like as I said over there, you see, as I said, order the car loan, you just put in the car loan like 7,000. And if you have a debit card, credit card debit. So if you have a credit card, the debt that is on it. So if you owe like 1,000, you just put in 1,000. So if you have educational related loans, if you have loans, educational loans, you just put. If you don't have, if you have a tax debt, you put it there. If you don't have a tax debt, you leave it alone. If you have a personal loan, if you put it there. If you don't have, you just leave it. So just in case you have just these two, you put just these two over there. But if you have all of these, you just put all of them over there. So when you are done and you print it out, you just put in the total amount over there. So is still about your fiancé, but just this part, if your fiancé doesn't have any of these, then you, the petitioner, just fill that side and you be okay. So they just want to know, hey, okay, you have money, blah blah blah, that kind of things, that kind of things. So it says provide information about your credit history. So do you have a US credit report? He said no, you don't have a credit report, because you just got here, you don't have your social security, you don't have a green card, you can't get access to a credit report, because you will need your social security so they can identify who you are. Yeah, so the social security identifies who you are. So without that, there's nothing you can do. So you just go to continue. So no. So you just leave over here. So do you have US credit score? It's a no. Just leave it. If yes, just put it over yes. But in case you already have your stuff, you just click yes and you fill this part out. If you have negative history or low credit score in the United States reflected, so if you have any of that, you put it over here. Have you ever filed for bankruptcy? No. If you have, you just put it there. If you have, then you put it there. If you don't, then you just leave it alone. So he said if yes, then you state the city, the state of the country, and you state the type of bankruptcy. So you just fill everything out. So maybe you file bankruptcy so many times, you state everything in there. But if you haven't filed for bankruptcy, just leave it alone. Do you currently have health insurance? No, you don't. If you have, you put it there. Said if yes to item 15, attach evidence of health insurance. If you have health insurance, you just attach it. If you don't, you just leave it. If you answered yes to item 15, did you receive a premium tax credit? So since you don't have health insurance, you just click no. But if you have, you need to attach your health insurance, and if you receive a premium tax credit, you click. If you click yes, you uh, you put in your annual deductible over there. And if yes, when does your health insurance terminate? When does it expire, or the date it must be renewed? So when so what they're just trying to say, when it expires, so just put in the expiration date. But if you don't have a health insurance, you just don't worry yourself about it. You just continue and move on to the part 3, continuation of part 3, your household members asset. So with this part, he says, have you or will you enroll in health insurance, but your health coverage has not started yet? So if yes, you are already enrolled, you click yes. If you will enroll soon, you click. If you know, you click no. But if you click no, you have to give reason. You have to explain why. So you say, you just click on I will enroll soon. So hey. So but if you say yes, you have to attach an evidence that hey, yeah, this is the insurance letter that you applied for. So you come to the public benefits. Have you ever received or currently certified to receive in the future the following benefits? So if you are certified to receive some of these stuff, you just click on any of them. But if no, so you just click on no. So you just click on both. No, no, no. Just click on no, 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 no. Have you disenrolled withdrawal form or required to disconnect public? No. Just click on the no. But if you click on yes, then you have to put in the disenrollment date. Just put it in there. So just move on. So you come to 18. So 18, if you selected one of the public benefits, you put in the informations over here. If you selected one of the public benefits, you just put all the informations over here. But if you didn't select any of them, if you don't fall under any of the category, just leave everything blank. You just don't worry yourself about it. So just leave everything and you go to the next part. So it says so you just click none of the above statement applies to me, and you move on. So 20 says have you received, applied, or have been certified to receive federally funded Medicaid in connection with any of the following? So if this applies to you, you just click on any of them. But if it doesn't apply to you, just click on none. Then you move on. But if any one of these applies to you, just put in the dates, the starting and the end. Just the time it starts and when it will expire. Just put in there. Have you ever applied for any of the following public charges and application is currently pending or was denied? No. If yes, you put it there. So if you clicked on yes, you have to select one of these, or you select all the ones that is applied. You see, all that is applied to you. So you just if none is applied to you, just scroll down and just scroll down without worrying much about it. So when you scroll down, you see some date you applied for any of the above listed public benefits. So you didn't apply for anything, you just leave it alone. So 25. Did you withdraw your applications before being certified or receive public benefits? No. Have you applied for or received a free waiver when applied for immigration benefit from no? If you click on yes, you put everything in there, all the information. So click on yes. If you receive public charge, you put everything in here. If you receive the free waiver, you put everything in here, everything. So you go to part 4. He says, do you have an approved form I-140 as an alien worker? No. But if you already applied for alien worker, you just put in yes and you put in your receipt number. But if you don't, you just leave it alone. And now you come to 2. Have you graduated high school or ended a high school equivalent diploma? You click yes, because when you're back in your country, you completed high school. High school is the senior secondary school. So when you click on yes, you put in your the school that you attended. So the program or school name. So you put in the school name. So when you were in your country, you went to from. So the name of your school is the name of your school is YouTube Senior High. And the degree or certificate. So the what you studied over there, you studied business. Just put in business. Yeah. So it's a high school diploma. High school diploma. But if yeah, so high school diploma. So field of study. So if the field, that's why you put the field of study. So you studied business, or you studied general arts, visual arts. Just put it everything in there. So the date that you started. So when you got admitted to the senior high, the date. So let's say you got admitted in the day that you ended, the date that you ended school. So and the credit hours or hours of study completed if no degree or certified completed. So with high school diploma, you don't have a credit hours or hours of study, so you just leave it blank. But if it's a college, you just put in your GPA and you move on. So it says your education and skills. So if you have been to college, you just put in your college stuffs over here. Like you have been to so many schools, like you have been to college, you have been to a technical school, a vocational schools, everything. You just put everything in here. You have been to a nursing school, you put everything. So all this, if you have been to a college, you put in a college. You put it everything in there. So but if you haven't, just the high school thing that you have, you just leave everything over here. But in case maybe you took a certification, you took a certification, you put it also over there. But if you don't have any, you just leave it blank. So do you have any occupational skills? So if yes, you click on yes. If no, you click on no. So if you have an occupational skills is like you are a hairdresser, like you went to a hairdressing school, that's an occupational skills. like you went for a mechanism, that's occupational skills, like something that a handiwork that you can just um when you show your certificate, you can easily be granted a job. That's something that is occupation, like a nursing. You went in for a nursing certificate, you went in for a license. Yes, so you just put everything in there. So the certification or license type, you put it over there, the date you obtain it, who issued the license or certificate, the license number, and the expiration or renewal date. You put everything in here. But if you don't have any of them, you just leave it alone and you move on. You don't worry yourself about it. So in part 4, it says your education and skills. So your education and skills is, they provide the following information about your skill with English and any other language. So with your skills, the language, certification or course appended or current pending. So you don't worry yourself about it. But if you have your educational skill, the language that you like, when you are going for your skills, you did like in a different language other than English, you put it over here and all that information. So you come to 6, retirement. Are you retired? No. If you are retired, you just put in the date that you have been retired since, the date. So the starting of the when you retired, and put it over there. Are you the primary caretaker who is over the age for a child? No. If yes, you just put it over there. So part five, you just, that's the ending part. You click one statement, so you click I can read and understand, and I have and understand, so you can read. If you had an interpreter, you just put in an interpreter. So the where you needed an interpreter to interpret for you, just put it over there. But if you don't have any of them, you just leave it. So you put in your day, your number, you put in your number, you put in your email, put in your email. So if you filed it yourself, that's you put everything in here. So if you file it yourself, you don't need to worry about all this stuff. If you filed it yourself, you don't need to worry about all these, the papers certificate. You don't need to worry about all this. So if you filed it yourself, after filling that, putting in your information is over here. When you print out the sheet, you date it, you put in the date. So you put in the date, you put in the date. So when you print it out, after you print it out, then you sign over here. But in case you also had an interpreter, after filling up this part, the interpreter will also fill his or her portion, and also sign it, date and sign it. If you have someone who filled up the forms for you, a PPE, like someone an attorney or something, they'll also fill this part out. Yeah, so everything will be going smoothly. So guys, this is how you fill from I-944, Declaration of Self-Sufficiency. So always remember, it's only filled by your fiancé. You only file it by your fiancé with the help of your petitioner also. Yeah, but it's more basically talking about your fiancé, questions about your fiancé and all that stuff. So guys, thank you for watching, and I know this if this video is helpful to you, please don't forget to hit the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe and share it to your friends. It may be helpful to others. So thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.